The worst part about having ADHD is not knowing what you'll have to give when the moment comes. No amount of D&D game prep, journaling, meditation, or self-care can guarantee that when the game day comes, I won't be thinking through a layer of brain fog the whole time. Because of that, people with ADHD tend to be very self-conscious when they show up for the game or any group planned activity. Sometimes I feel like the presence of symptoms during a game at all is a fail state, even though that's not true. The act of being a dungeon master with ADHD or bipolar, or if you're autistic, or if you have depression or anxiety, can feel like we're supposed to pretend to be neurotypical for 4 hours every week. I was chatting with a friend earlier this week and we were talking about our rules. And by rules we mean conditions we don't understand about ourselves until they've been violated, at which point we're really upset. For me, if someone touches my wrists or neck, or touches me at all when I can't see them, I freak out. If music has a certain texture to the sound, it stops just short of physical pain. If I feel like someone is going to keep talking forever and never let me have a say, I actually and literally want to sprint away. One thing my friend said was, it's important that when someone learns these rules, even if they're learning them at the same time as you, they respect them. I think the worst thing I do myself is swallow those rules without telling anyone about them. Neurodivergent players and DMs don't have a responsibility to act neurotypical. We do have a responsibility to communicate our needs with the group. This can be a really vulnerable act, but the alternative is having a reaction that nobody understands and being at the mercy of their out-of-context interpretations of you. Right now, I'm DMing for a company who brought me on to run their bi-weekly employee game. I have a ton of incentive to make sure this game goes as well as possible, which means I have to swallow my pride and talk to these people about what I've got bouncing around in my brain. I'm dropping a message in their Discord today, and I'll share it with you here. As some of you know, I have ADHD combination type. I also have bipolar 2. I'm not presently medicated, so I maintain functionality through nutrition, exercise, and a lot of caffeine. This means in the game, I'll sometimes ask you to repeat information you've already given me, but it's not because I don't care about you or your character. I might lose track of your turn and initiative, or forget about your bonus actions or movement, and if I do that, let me know. If we catch it soon enough, you can just do the stuff I forgot about. If we catch it way too late, I'll give you an ADHD 8. That's a D8 you can add to an attack, ability check, or saving throw. This won't happen all the time, but I want to make sure that when it does, we can work together to make sure your character gets everything they deserve. Notice, in this message, I didn't say anything self-deprecating. I didn't try to guilt people into accommodating me. Instead, I took some of my own rules, shared them with the group, and even made them a part of the game. One of my goals with this channel is to normalize a neurodiverse presence in D&D. I want to help neurotypical DMs and players learn how to accommodate their friends, and I want to give my fellow neurodivergents an assurance that they do have a place at the gaming table. With that in mind, if you have needs your group doesn't understand, I'm challenging you to share them as much as you are able. Neurotypical players and DMs, I challenge you to provide an opportunity for that sharing. You can address the whole group and say, if there's any part of the game or group activities in general that feel like a challenge, I'd like to work together to make sure that we all have a good time. Bonus points if you can provide something a little vulnerable about yourself, like, I'm squeamish about this particular genre of horror. Thank you for watching. If you think this video would help someone you know, or you just want a more casual way to share your needs with your group, I encourage you to show them this video. For more videos about D&D and ADHD, I've got infinite content in my head, so subscribe and it'll keep coming. Until next time.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.